G'day guys, and welcome to the first episode of our new show, Get Your Adventure On. You can find this series on YouTube, on our YouTube channel at 4-Wheel Drive Adventures and Training Australia. This series is about helping you get out there and experience Australia in your 4-wheel drive. We're going to have some training tips, some tech tips, touring tips. We're going to show you places, so we're going to get out there, we're going to film it, we're going to show you it, we're going to show you how to get out there and how to have a great time out there in Australia in your 4-wheel drive. So alright guys, thanks a lot for joining us and hope you enjoy the shows. Happy with any feedback too, any questions, alright, feel free to contact us. Alright, see you guys, we're going to get out there on the track. So today we're heading off to Kincuna. Up in the Burrum Coast National Park, north of Woodgate, a little bit south of Bundaberg. We're going to be doing some driving on the beach, bit of fishing, bit of camping. Fantastic place to go and visit, and some good 4-wheel drive and some really thick sandy tracks. So good to get your 4-wheel drive out there, and especially if you need to get a bit of sand driving experience. So we've got the vehicles all packed, ready to go. We're going to jump in now and we're going to head off. We'll see you out there. Okay, camp set up, we're all ready to go. Nice and easy when you just roll out a couple of swags. Even the 30-second tent we use sometimes. But all nice and easy, nice and quick. That's what we like. So we can either get out there, hit the tracks, do a bit of driving or a bit of fishing. So we've got this done, we're going to be off and we're going to go down the beach and have a look. Need to see if I can get the bill away from the fishing rod. So okay guys, just a quick tech tip, talking about tyres, wheels and tyres. Tyres are one of the most important things for your vehicle off-road, and it's one of probably the first things you should be looking at if you've got a new 4-wheel drive. A good set of tyres will get you a lot further than just your standard tyres or a set of highway terrains. Good all-terrain, okay, as it says, all-terrain, it's good for road and off-road. Then you go to mud terrains, which are really primarily focus on mud. If you're looking for new tyres and wheels, then really what you want to do is you want to get into a reputable wheel and tyre supplier. Highly recommend Bob Jane T-Marts. I've used a lot of different tyre brands over the years, both for business and for personal use, and I've used a lot of different suppliers, and I've got to honestly say that walking into a Bob Jane T-Mart store, completely different type of service. They are the experts at wheels and tyres. So if you're looking for new wheels, new tyres, Monster off-road wheels, this is the ammo. We used it on a couple of our vehicles all season last year. So multiple trips across the Simpson Desert, Cape York, the Outback. We really punished these wheels and tyres, and they've held up extraordinarily well. So if you're looking for new wheels and tyres, don't hesitate to drop into your local Bob Jane T-Mart store. Let them know exactly what you're doing or what you're planning on doing, and they'll help you choose the right wheel and tyre combination to suit your vehicle. Alright, thanks a lot guys. Let's get back to the show. Okay, so we're out here at Theodolite River. We come for a walk down the mouth here. We drove out here along the beach, but I'll tell you what, as we got closer to here, it was really soft, and we've decided to park up the vehicle and walk the rest of the way because I don't really want to be stuck out here. There's no one else out here, so we're going to continue going for a bit of a walk. Hi guys, bit of a touring tip for you. Okay, last year we got a new touring vehicle here. When we were setting it up, we were looking at what sort of fridge combo we were going to use. Looking at different types of fridges, fridge slides, okay, drop slides, everything there for the canopy here. In the end, after looking around at everything that was on offer and a few recommendations from people, okay, especially from our friends Jason and Alicia, and looking at websites, all the questions that I had were answered on the Bushman Fridge website, okay, and we chose in the end to go with an upright fridge in the canopy. A few reasons for that, and especially Bushman, Australian owned family company, very low power draw, and this is fixed in place. We don't need a slide, so we're saving on the cost and the weight of the slide. You can actually get more into an upright fridge than you can into a chest fridge. That's what we found. you don't have that problem of, you know, pulling the bottle of milk out, then everything falls down into where that was, and when you want to put it back, you have to pull stuff out, put the milk back in. Milk fits in on the door. All that space in there, a little bit of a freezer, which we don't currently use too much as a freezer, because on the other side of this canopy, we're again using a Bushman fridge freezer, and we actually use it in this vehicle purely as a freezer. So we have, for our long trips, we have all our gear in the freezer in the other side, and then we pull out of there and we go into the fridge and use the fridge for our day-to-day uses. So we're using the 85 litre fridge here, upright fridge in the canopy. We find it has plenty of room. We go away for a couple of months at a time, and we find this is plenty for what we're using it for. And the fridge on the other side, we're going to go around and we're going to have a quick look at it. So just walk around here with me and we'll look at that fridge. So on this side of the canopy, we've got the Bushman chest fridge freezer. Okay, this is the 35 litre / 52 litre, and I'm going to go through all that in more detail in another segment. Okay, but to say that this fridge here has a compartment that fits on the top here, which goes from a 35 litre up to a 52 litre, and again I'm going to get into that in a bit more detail later on. But we use this purely as a freezer. This is fixed in place. Again, we don't need a fridge slide or anything like that. We generally find we get into this probably once a day while we're out touring, and we find this a perfect setup. So you're looking for our fridge freezer combo, just a chest fridge, just the upright, whatever it be, you can't go past Bushman fridges. Okay, very low power draw, they're really good priced, very good name, award winning, and we wouldn't use anything else. All right, let's get back to the show and have a look a bit more driving on Kincuna. Driving north along the sand track up behind the dunes with the ocean in view, we decided to get back down onto the beach and do a bit more fishing. We travelled down the beach a little to an inlet to have a go at catching some yabbies to use as local bait. So Bill gets out the yabby pump, and sure enough, more than enough yabbies on hand, quick and easy. We head back down to the beach, chuck a line in, but unfortunately the wind was just too strong, making the fishing difficult. So it's pretty safe to say we didn't really catch much. Sausages and eggs, nothing real flash or anything like that, but it'll do us for our night out here in Kincuna. All right, we'll keep going. I've got to get this off here and get it on the plate. Okay, with dinner done and everything cleaned up, time to relax around the fire, bit of a yarn about what we did today and what we're going to do tomorrow. And then time to hit the swag for a good night's sleep, listening to those waves crashing. So, great night last night, sleeping in the swag, beautiful, wasn't hot, wasn't cold. Few spits of rain there at one stage, but not too bad. Beautiful morning this morning, the wind, there was no wind at all. We managed to get out there, have a bit of a fish, but wasn't real good. So now we're cooking up a bit of breakfast, bacon, eggs, some sausages, get us going for the day. And then we'll be back into it with a bit more driving and a bit more exploring around, and we'll see what the day brings us. Alright, I better get onto this, and I'll catch you later on out the tracks. Heading through one of the inland tracks down to the Theodolite Creek picnic area to take a look at some opportunities to possibly launch a tinny or some kayaks to have a fish in the creek. Definitely a spot where you can put something like that in. Not great access vehicle wise, so I think definitely next visit we'll bring along some kayaks and we'll definitely get out there, and I think fishing in the creek will prove to be a lot more successful than what we've currently been doing out on the beach. With our time finishing here in Kincuna, it's time to air up. Okay, so we had to air down because we're driving through some pretty thick soft sand, so again you've got to air up. Alright, so we've got our compressor here mounted over behind everything there, and we've got a hose reel up here and a inflator here that we're going to inflate with. Okay, all this installed by the team at McCormack's. Makes it nice and easy for us to air up. We've got everything right here on hand. Button just back here turns it on, and then off we go. So as it's important to air down, okay, when you're driving off-road, it's important to air up. You can't just be driving out on the bitumen road to the nearest servo. It's not good for your tyres. Depending on your tyre pressures, it's not good for your rims either. So we're going to air up here, and then we're going to hit the road. Alright, see you guys. Alright guys, so unfortunately it's time for us to leave Kincuna. Time to head back home, start doing some real work. So the idea of this show was to show you what's out there and help you to get out there in your four-wheel drive. Places like Kincuna here, fantastic place to come to. You can do it in your four-wheel drive. A few little tips, techniques, driving in the sand, airing down, keep your momentum. Get out here, have a great time. Camping, fishing, lots of four-wheel driving out here. So, okay guys, please don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you in the next episode. All right, see you guys.